Sometimes I forget words, but that's okay. That's okay. Hi, I'm Liza, I'm an illustrator, and it's 10 p.m. It's hot summer evening, and I'm so wet you can't imagine how. But here I am, and today I wanted to talk about my job experience as a freelancer. I wanted to look back at all my experience and just to recall all the jobs I've done and all the commissions I've done. And for you, that might be interesting in order to learn how freelancers work. And if you are a freelancer, maybe it will be useful just to look to your colleague. That would be interesting for me though. I would love to see videos similar to this. But anyway, as you remember, I've been working since my first course. I was studying at illustration course, and I wasn't really looking for a job while my studies because I was focused on my studies. But there were some commissions even at my first course. First of all, that happened because I was just studying in a great university, which a lot of people, a lot of clients knew. And for example, I had a commission where I had to illustrate some decorations on photos. And this girl who commissioned me that, she found me through my university's Instagram. Another commission was even cooler. So one of my tutors recommended me to one of the, clients who was working for a cooking magazine, and they commissioned me to make illustrations for this magazine for one of the articles, and they even gave me great money. Come on, I was on the first course, like who the fuck was I? Nobody. Somehow they decided to trust me, and I'm so happy for this experience. And also, of course, sometimes I was searching for jobs myself. Once I found a commission where I had to make a collection of digital stickers for Messenger, and yeah, that was great. I was drawing some dogs and neon and some, I don't know, that was kind of strange, but still, they paid me, so what else did I want, right? I was very happy about this. I remember how I was showing it to my parents, and they were really proud of me. Yeah, I guess I was 19 years old. Then the second course happened, and I started to understand that I would like to try myself in the sphere of tattoos, because they're kind of perfect for illustrators, isn't it? Because you're literally drawing your images on someone's body for good money. I mean, that's great. But that was just only my wet fantasies. But one day, I saw a post from one of the tattoo artists which I was following, and she was making a really great discount on her tattoo course. And just right after I saw it, I called my mom and I told her that I really want to try to be a tattoo artist, and she allowed me, she supported me. Thank God. I'm so grateful for my parents, because overall they didn't force me to work during my studies, because they understood that it's better to be focused on studies than a full-time job. My parents supported this. They bought me all the equipment, they bought the course, and what was more interesting is that just right after I finished this course, a lot of my friends again from my university, especially from my university. They came to me in order to get some tattoos with my illustrations. Holy shit, that was amazing. I was so fucking lucky. So in this case, university helped me as well, just to reach the right audience. And yeah, I remember there were some days, my weekends, when sometimes I was booking a place in a tattoo shop for the whole day. I was shocked and I really enjoyed this job, even though it was stressful, because you have to be always very careful, like always. It's a very delicate job, but I was still doing it, and eventually at some point I made a lot of money for a person who's studying, like that was a lot. And I remember how I was proud that I could afford some kind of expensive gifts for my friends on their birthdays. However, after a while, when I guess all my friends already was having tattoos from me, well, the excitement has subsided, and I didn't want to advertise myself a lot for some reason. I was comfortable that I can work only with my friends, and it wasn't that popular anymore. But I wasn't sad. I don't know. Overall, as I said, this job was stressful. And there were a lot of sessions when I was thinking that I don't want to do it anymore, because I was so stressed that I might do something wrong. Terminal stress was stressful. So that was okay that I didn't have a lot of clients. However, I'm still doing tattoos time to time for my friends. I also think that's a great work, and if you like drawing, that's what you should try if you don't scared of this. So we already see how the choice of a right university is important, but that's not it. And for example, on the last course, we had a couple of briefs when we were working in university with real clients who came to us. One of the projects came from one really famous technical university placed in Moscow, and these people from this university, they commissioned us students to draw murals for interiors of their new building. That was cool because we were literally drawing illustrations for large walls. That was my first experience ever of working on a mural. I was so excited, and after a couple of months, they chose a couple of people from our course whose illustrations they decided to eventually use in their interiors, and my work was one of these choices. I understand that you're thinking, oh my god, you're so lucky, what? And yes, I fucking am. And yeah, that was an amazing project for my portfolio, because now I have this amazing glass mural. Holy shit. And it's real. It's not a fucking mock-up, it's fucking real. But what is more interesting, that after I finished my university, these people, they They invited me and other girls who was working on this project to see in real life these interiors and to see our illustrations in real. And exactly on this day, they offered me to work for them at a full-time job as a graphic designer. Side note, I'm not a graphic designer at all. Yeah, okay. However, this field is very similar to illustration. I mean, in some way it's similar. So I said, yes, of course, please give me a fucking job. I want it. I want money. So please, yes. And after 2 months of waiting, they said, yes, you're fired. Oh, no, I mean, not fired. Вы наняты. You're hired. I'm sorry. They said, you hired. I was extremely excited. Yes. However, spoiler alert, I didn't last even 2 months in their office because eventually I understood that it's really not what I want to do in my life. First of all, it wasn't really my profession. Also, it wasn't my passion. Also, office, full-time office, that was harsh. Yeah, but still, I'm so grateful for this experience because I was leaving this place with a good portfolio, with an understanding that offices are fucking hard. Also in this office, I found a real good friend and we're still besties. And of course, I earned a lot of money, but also one of the reasons why I left was because at that time, simultaneously, yeah, I had freelance projects. And talking about this, after I graduated, for 6 months, I couldn't find a good job. Yeah, but accidentally, the job found me. That was a commission from my boyfriend's brother, who was working on a TV series based on some film. But the fact that they invited me to work on a TV series, on a real one, I pissed my pants. I was working there as a designer and illustrator, so my job was to make fonts by hand. So I was basically illustrating fonts for subtitles, for movie title, and etc. Also, I was, as I remember, I was doing some AI generative GIFs. And of course, the best part was to draw poster. After I did my job for this series, they also hired me to work on a film, on a real film. This series I was working on before, that it was based on this film. And the film, of course, was much cooler, and I was doing the same tasks as before. After those projects, people from this film, the operator and a producer, they also invited me for their other projects. I guess it lasted for a couple of months, maybe 6 months. All these projects all together. And the final job I want to talk about is a part-time job, which I also received kinda accidentally. So I knew one girl from my university. She was studying on a fashion course, and also after graduation I was looking through her Instagram page, and at one day she made a post that she's searching for SMM manager, SMM person for her clothing brand. And I decided, I mean, I can't be SMM person, why not? I can make her posts and reels and I don't know, some creative things for her. And yeah, we met, we knew each other a bit, but after this work understood how cool is she, and we became friends, but as well colleagues. And I guess you wouldn't believe it, but I'm still working for her, so it's been, I think, 10 months. And I'm so proud that we're still working together, because I love her brand, and even though it's a part-time job, it's consistent. Every month I get some payment, and also we've done a lot of cool projects and collaborations, and I'm so happy to work with her. In general, I was doing a lot of little art stuff for her. She gives me a lot of freedom, and also I'm so glad that one of our projects were beyond my SMM activities, and we made a collection of t-shirts with my designs, with my illustrations, and I'm so lucky that we made it. And when I look at all this way of my little and even serious works and jobs, I'm thinking to myself like, really, just don't be afraid to communicate, and it's gonna be fun and accidental. Enjoy your summer, enjoy drawing, enjoy any other art shit you do. It's gonna be cool. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!